Hi coloring friends and welcome back to my channel. This is more or less a spontaneous video. I was coloring in my Hannah Lynn Enchanted Faces book yesterday evening, and I colored, I continued to color this long-standing whip here. And I was actually thinking about how to do the face of this very small face here. And because usually I draw in my noses, but on this size obviously it doesn't make any sense to draw a nose in, so I came up with a very nice, fun and very easy method, which I already used beforehand on my Destiny Lauritsen images, but it also works very well for Hannah Lynn. For this size it works perfectly, and I just thought that I wanted to share it with you. So, and I do have another whip in this book, and it is this one. So this face is obviously a little bit bigger, but I hope that it will still work quite well for this. Usually I think on this size I would just draw it in, but let's just see and find out if this method works good for this size of faces as well, because I really enjoyed it yesterday. It was a lot of fun, and I thought I would share that with you. So going to prep, put a piece of paper behind, and so I will zoom you in a little bit so that you really can see. I do have a little selection of pencils here. So I do have my Prismacolor Light Peach here. I've got my peach. Then I've got Nectar. So this is just my standard skin tone combination, and then I use Henna, and usually I also try to bring in a little bit of blush pink, and I also have this Polychromos burnt sienna brown. I like Polychromos for adding in the shadows a little bit more, because Prismacolor is a bit waxy, and then sometimes it looks just a little bit dirty. So for the darkest tones, I prefer the Polychromos, but obviously you could also use the Sienna brown from Prismacolor. Okay, so and I will start with my peach color here. Let me just quickly sharpen them. So I'm not well prepared here because this is spontaneous. And I'm just thinking about putting a little bit of light for myself, because I find it a little bit dark for me to color. So let me just check this out. We will just try to do this now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am actually drawing in a circle here where I want to place my nose. And I have to find out how big it shall be. So I think this size looks kind of cute. Can you see? Just draw a little circle with this peach color. Yeah, I think this looks actually kind of cute. And then I will go in with my Nectar here, and I will darken the shadow on the top part a little bit, like this. And then Prismacolors are also, they are never very sharp. So okay, and then I draw just a little line here at the bottom part, or like a kind of like a dot, nothing very big, just next to this drawn in black line. I just really, a very small C shape, and a C shape at the top part of this round circle. And then I will go in with my light peach and yeah, color in this circle, because I definitely want to have my highlight in the middle of this. But I also will go in with my peach to intensify the shadow right next to the lines of this circle. And once I have that, can also, of course, okay, you see that? This is really a, yeah, very round button nose, but I don't know if it has the right size, because the page is kind of big. Maybe let's try to make it a little bit wider, just a bit. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's okay. So then, this was actually the nose part that I wanted to show you, but I think I will just continue to color in her skin so that you can see how it comes all together. And I really like the look on small faces. I'm not quite sure about this one, so we will just continue it and then we will actually see how it looks. So you can see I will also go here in a little, yeah, it's kind of a C shape, but yeah, I cannot explain it. I hope you see what I'm doing here. And yeah, on this Amazon paper, you can't do that many layers, so just be a little bit cautious with it. And I'm trying to blend it out here actually a little bit, and also here over her eyes. So I'm leaving a little bit of a highlight section here in the middle. And then I will also give some shadow right under the eye, which can be combined here, and then I go around her cheeks, down to her chin, because I always do just a little bit of shading around the face. That usually works quite well. Then here a little bit of shading for the chin. And one thing that we could actually do, now I go in with my Prisma Burnt Sienna, or you could take maybe any harder pencil, brown pencil that you have. I will sharpen this. And then, you know, I want to bring out her, how you call those little nose trills or something like that, maybe, with this color, so that we don't lose them actually. And let me just take a quick look. Now that was actually all. I also maybe but very lightly. Oh, this looks a little bit, yeah, just bring it down a little bit here. Yeah, okay, and then what I like to do lately is to extend here on her lip, just the line a little bit, and then I add another line to it. When the line is long enough, then I don't even extend it. But this looks like she was smiling, and I think that actually looks always very cute. So, oh, this is the wrong color. Okay, I will shift or turn my, I will rotate my page a little bit just so that I can add in the shading on the other side of her cheeks. Go down to the chin. Also put a little bit under the eye, and then actually I will also try to do the same kind of shape that I did here on this side, on this. So also kind of like C shape, kind of. You see, so that it goes quite close to this nose that we had added in with the circle. Can also go down here a bit. I think it is maybe a little bit wonky, but oh well, it will be okay. Will be okay. Will look cute. So we want to have highlight here in the middle section of the nose, and we also shade in here on her eye section and leave the highlight in the middle. So okay, I also like to go up with the shading here. Right next here until this gets combined, but I have lightened up my pressure a bit. So in this stage I just try to find where to put my shading. So, and then here on the side I also put in some shading. So and then I round it a little bit here. Try to bring it a little bit closer maybe. I also like to close this part here again. So, okay, like this. So I only leave a very small section for the highlight here on her forehead. I hope it is, hopefully it's not too light now. Okay, so I will go in with my next darker color, which is Nectar, and this will bring out the shadow a bit more, so should be easier for you to see it. So I usually start here on the eye section. I use a very light pressure, especially on this type of paper. You see that it's quite pigmented, and I just go around here, but a little bit smaller. So I'm doing the same shape here, like a C shape. And yeah, but I'm very gentle with my pressure here. So okay, okay. So we are doing all the steps, actually the same steps that we just did with this darker shade. And yeah, basically just going around all the outlines of the face and darken it to bring in some dimension. Okay, and also on the cheeks here. so I wasn't very active on YouTube lately because, yeah, it's summertime. I was on, holiday and, just enjoyed the time, not coloring, so to speak. So I couldn't produce anything for you. Produce, this sounds a little bit strange. I also here will darken the shadow just right next here where we put those little lines, and under her lips. But now I'm actually back. I still have some free days, and I hope actually that I will be able to film a little bit, because I have so many plans what I would love to film. Next weekend I definitely, I will have some visitors, but on Sunday I hope actually that I can film my my darker skin tutorial, the updated one. Because I really need to get this in. So okay. I don't know if this is too light or if everything is actually. I hope that you can see it very well. So now I actually will go in with my henna, and as I just said earlier, on this paper, it doesn't take too many layers, so I'm almost coming to an end, it feels like, at least. So, oh man, I'm using really light pressure, and you can see how, pigmented it is coming out. So, I'm just, again, darkening the shadows around her face everywhere. Here on the eye also just a little bit. I'm getting, every time that I take a darker color, a little bit smaller with the shape that I put in, so to speak. I also put a little bit on the nose, but really not too much. Maybe a little bit here. And on the cheeks, because the henna is a very reddish color, so it's okay on the cheeks, I guess. And then next I would just try to blend it all nicely together. But I also love to use this henna just for a darker shadow color, even though it's quite reddish, but it blends very well with the nectar. And any brown color, I always have the feeling that it looks a little bit muddy, so very careful with that. So and now I will go in with Nectar again to blend the henna out. As I said, as you can see, hopefully it will blend out beautifully with the Nectar, and that makes it look very smooth. So now I'm trying to actually make smooth transitions. I've placed all the shadows, and my only goal left is actually to make it look soft. And here on the ending, I'm going in with a very gentle pressure, so that when I use my next lighter color, that it has actually something to grab on and blend in. So I hope that you actually really can see how beautifully it blends with the nectar. Yep. So now I go in with peach again, so I will go backwards with all the colors that I have used so far, and always add in on the last color that I had used, and just try to make a nice transition. So that means that I always bring out the next color a little bit more. And yeah, my pressure, by the way, is not as soft now anymore. It is a medium pressure. So I try to leave a highlight here, like in a circle on a sheet, that I will fill in a moment with, yeah, the light peach and the blush pink, like this. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, and you know, I also, so I'm trying to leave a highlight here in the middle section, but I want to have it not as light here. Oh, hopefully you can see it. Don't know if the angle was so good. I hope it. Could be that I'm a little bit out of practice. It seems. So okay, now I actually go in with my light peach, and now I'm actually really just blending everything together where I left the highlight spaces or areas, like here on the nose, the cheeks, here on her forehead. And yeah, really try to blend these together, as these are Prismacolors, so my pressure is also now not the light pressure, it's a medium pressure. I know with never I was looking for the word never. I actually never go in with extremely hot pressure. Not very often at least, because once you do that and burnish everything completely, then yeah, you cannot add anything. Okay. But I want all the areas to be filled with color now, and so that they, yeah, blend nicely together, actually. Because, you know, I'm not doing that much more now. I'm almost done with her face. We are here on the cheek a little bit. Yeah, and then you can play a little bit more until you're happy with the transition. And oh yeah, one color that I also really like for smoothing out the transitions on this Create Space paper is blush pink. Yeah, especially I like it here on her cheeks. Yeah, actually everywhere. Because on this paper, which is already quite saturated, it won't come out too pinkish. But you have to be careful, depending on the paper that you are using this. It might come actually quite pinkish, and too pinkish, then it wouldn't look good. But as this paper really can't take a lot more pigment, it's really just bringing it all together. Yeah, quite nicely, I think. Just helping to blend and make the transitions a little bit smoother. And make her look a little bit more, oh, yeah, lively, alive. Yeah. So, okay. I think that's it actually. So, you know, I will go in now with my burnt sienna, the Polychromos pencil, to darken up the shadows right next to the outlines a bit. Because I actually really think, oh, I think I've lost her nose. Most probably I just colored over it with, so I'm trying to intensify it again a little bit. Oh my gosh, how could that happen? Oh. Okay, I will go in now with my burnt sienna, Polychromos, and I've kind of lost her nose a little bit. Oh, how could that happen? And yeah, with this Polychromos pencil, I usually go in very light. Because then it does work actually quite nicely as a, really just as a shading, because yeah, Polychromos can be a little bit more translucent, and this way make a very soft shading. Which I personally really like. Okay. Yeah, so it is like this. You know, at some point it is just playing until you're happy. Or until the paper says no, you won't add any more color. And this paper is saying that already. So we have to get to an end, actually. But I think I will just quickly color in her lips. Oops, so that she doesn't look that strange, actually. And for that, I'm just using the blush pink here for some highlight. And then I go in with Henna. So she will have kind of like a natural lip color. More natural colors. Because it does look quite nice. It's quite easy. We have the colors out here already. And then, you know, one thing that I also really like to do for, but just for Hannah Lynn pages is, I use this as Parma Violet, I think. It's quite short, so I can show you the number. I think it's Parma Violet. And I would need to sharpen it, but yeah. This was a little bit too much, I think, but then I just love to, to use it on those black, very thick black outlines. And the only reason why I like to do it on Hannah Lynn pages is because the outline is so very big and bold, and when you go over with your colors, most probably it will smear a little bit, don't be as dark anymore. Yeah, and that's why I like to do this. So, because I think as the dark outline is already kind of lightened up with the other colors, it just, I think it looks better this way. So yeah, so I hope, yeah, it looks a little bit wonky, I have to admit it. It's, yeah, maybe on smaller faces it does work better. I would love to fix the shape, but there's nothing I can do about it with the Prismacolors at this point. Because it won't let me add any more color here. So no. Yeah, I think on a different paper maybe it might work a bit better, but still, yeah, it was kind of easy. I mean, just try it out and it still does look kind of cute. Even though I messed it up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just stop working on it because it will make it worse. But one thing that I will do is go in with a, and this is one of those very thin gel pens. So those are with a very thin nib. They are a little bit more translucent or transparent. Yeah, transparent. And those are quite good if you, when you want to give very subtle highlights. So I will just add a little dot here right next to her under the lip, on the nose, then here on the inner of her eye also, like there. And yeah, maybe also a small highlight on her lip. And I think we could just finish off her eyes maybe, because it always looks better when the eyes are done. Yeah, that is just a fact, actually. So, but which color would I give her? I'm just thinking. I think I will give her blue eyes. So, or yellow. yellow brown is also quite nice. Oh, and it took me longer than I thought. We are 43 minutes in. Okay, time flies by. I thought we were just faster. It didn't feel like 40 minutes. Okay, I need to get my Prismacolors because I don't have them here at the minute. Yeah, okay, I'm back in a minute. You know what, as this is no color along actually, I just wanted to show the part with the nose, how you can do it with a circle. I think I will just finish her off with my Polychromos, the eyes, just the eyes, because I have those pencils lying next to me at the minute. And so for the eye white, I'm just using 3 gray pencils, but I would also do the same with the Prismacolors. I would also always take a very light gray and then a medium gray for some shadows, and maybe then the second lightest gray for blending. And this is actually what I'm going to do here. So I will go in with my second lightest gray. In this case it is warm gray 3, and I like to use the warm grays also in the Prismacolors. So I usually use my warm grays, not so often the cold, at least not for the eye white. Then I go in with my darker gray tone, which in this case is warm gray 5. And I want to give some shadow right under her lashes line or outline of those eyes. Yeah, and yeah, here's not a whole lot of space, so no, I'm going in with my, is this the lightest one? Yeah, this is warm gray 2. And I'm just blending it all together. So, and the good thing is, when you use your grays, then you can go in back and add in, oh, I will do this later. Okay, I will give her blue eyes, and I'm just using my Polychromos here. This is the sky blue, and I will do just 1 layer with the sky blue in her eye. By the way, I just recently had asked if you want to see more other pencils, and I think Polychromos was actually one mention. So then I use ultramarine to give more shadow. And I use, what is this? Indanthrone blue to, darken up, especially at the right underneath her lashes lines and on the side of the iris. Yeah, because this is just how I do it with Hannah Lynn eyes. I go in with my sky blue, try to blend this together. Now try to leave a highlight in the middle section. I just use my white here. This also is a Polychromos white, and yeah, just trying to blend this all a little bit nicer together. So, and then I go in with black. And for black, by the way, I prefer the Polychromos black anyway. Unless I do black hair, then I like the Prisma black. Or if I do, if I want to have more blended, like on clothing or so, then I also prefer Prisma black. But if I want to color in highlights, lashes, or yeah, mostly I just love to use the Polychromos black, because now I will intensify her lashes actually. So because we went over with the skin colors a bit, so now I want to intensify them back in here. Yeah, like this. Then the other one, or yeah, wait, just need to rotate it again so that I have a nice angle for, yeah, intensifying those lashes again here. And she has some very long lashes, I have to say. Okay, and then the good thing is with this pastel white by Signo, Uniball Signo, I like to, when this works, this not often works, but then we can just give some highlights here in the eye white, some reflection actually. And here on the waterline, I also like to give a little line. This one is, as I said, very pastel-y, so another thing that you could add is some white lines here on the lashes to give some reflection. But yeah, make sure you're quick and do just very thin lines. Okay, yeah, and then the only thing left to do is actually to add in a highlight in the eye. I use a Posca white pen for this. I will also put intensify the dot on the nose a little bit. This will bring this out a little bit more. And yeah, and then I actually just add in, the little highlight in the eye again, which brings her to life. I think I went a little bit off-centered here. And good thing is you can take it away with your pencil. With my pastel white, I also will add, when this works, maybe some smaller dots here on the iris. Okay, and that's this little face done. Yeah, if you wanted to color in her eyes with Prisma, you just really take a light blue, medium blue, and dark blue, and that's it. So very simple. You don't have to make it more complicated than it is. So this is the face, how this looks. I will continued to color her body off camera. Obviously, my intention was to show you how to add a nose very simple with drawing in a circle with the Prismacolor. So I hope I could bring you this method a little bit closer. It's really fun. Oh, one thing that I forgot, I would also go over the eyebrows with the black again to to intensify them again. Yeah, and this was actually all for this video. So if you're interested in this hair color, this was done with the Castle Out Gold pencil. So if you have those and use a color combination, you also most probably could use the color combination for the Castle Out Soft, because I think many of those pencils are in both sets. Not all, and I haven't checked it, but if you like, you can check it out. I will link the video for the hair color combination in the right hand corner up above. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up, a comment in the comment section below, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone. Whoa, this is small.